Shout out to all my guys and goddesses checking out this video. I am C the Spiritual Goddess here for another celebrity starlight report. Yes, guys and goddesses, leave me some cloud emojis if you are here checking out this video. In this video today, we will be talking about Future. He seemed like he's a dead ass. We're gonna talk about Future. He recently made some shots against Ciara and Russell, well, really Russell Wilson, along with Lori Harvey, and said a couple of things. So we're gonna get into it and see, is this really more so for clout, or is he really that bothered and that hurt? Also, guys and goddesses, this will be a part 1. If you want to check out part 2, where we break down Future, if for those of you that's into Chinese astrology, Chinese zodiac astrology, we will be breaking it down there and breaking him down a little bit more and seeing why he is the way he is with love, child. All right, guys and goddesses, so let's go ahead and get into this reading. Oh, a few announcements. If you guys want to get notifications when I do go live, make sure you guys sign up for my email list that is below. Let's go ahead and get into it. What is Future's motivation for still taking shots at his ex's husband? What is Future's motivation for bringing up Russell? Now, I don't know if you guys remember, and if I'm not mistaken, you guys can correct me in the comments. Didn't Ciara file a lawsuit when they first break up for him not to bash her or something of that nature? Alright, let's see. I think it might have probably expired, child. What? He might not bash her. He can bash new dude. Alright, let's see. What is Future's motivation for bringing up Russell? Let's see. Don't forget, tarot readings are for entertainment purposes. Everything it says allegedly. Okay, it's sort of like he feels that, and I'm just gonna be real. It's sort of like, oh, I got the last laugh type things. It's like one of those things where what he's trying to do, low key, he's trying to get a reaction. This is what Spirit is saying. He can't say anything about Ciara, but he feels like he can take Russell down a peg. I really do feel like a lot of this is unclear thinking. I feel like Future is not in his right mindset. Yeah, that's the type of energy. Yeah, I'm not getting this is a clout thing at all. Nope. I think getting because he's disappointed in how things happen. That's what I'm getting between him and Ciara. Okay. Does Future have feelings for Ciara? I'm also getting, it's kind of to knock Russell down it's giving me a lot of childish energy. Like he wants to knock him down a peg because for some reason in his mind, I'm not saying it's a competition, but he might have felt like Russell got the last laugh or something of that nature. Something happened between them personally. That's the vibe it's giving. We're going to get into that. Let's see. And I feel like it does have to do with Ciara. But it's more so, it's also giving me something with the child. But let's first go ahead and see, how does Future feel about Ciara currently? How does Future really feel about Ciara? And this video won't be too long. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up. Sorry if you guys can hear the fan in the background. Okay. How does Future... Okay. This is... I'm going to tell you the cards I got out. I'm going to tell you the cards I got out. How does Future truly feel about Ciara? Okay, so it's giving me a lot of mixed feelings. I'm just going to tell y'all the cards I got. And I'm using my Lover's Oracle. First card is, I have to let you go to find myself. The second card is, I'm obsessed with you. The third card is, I don't want to be who I used to be you deserve better. And the fourth card is this love is crazy. So it's one of those things where, yes, he knows he has to let her go. He knows that she does deserve better. He knows why she left. However, he's still obsessed. He still has feelings for her. That's the whole thing. He still has feelings for her. And I think it's one of those things, too. He couldn't use what he used with his other child's mothers. You know, Future got a lot of other kids. What impressed the other mothers, that doesn't work on Ciara. You get what I'm saying? So that's the vibe I'm getting. He's very conflicted because on one end, I do feel like he knows that what he's doing is wrong. So this is not giving me the energy of someone, you know what I'm saying, that's not cognizant. But at the same time, it's like he just can't let it go. He is obsessed, guys. And I'm just going to be real. He's obsessed with what they got going on. Or put it this way, he worries about what they got going on over there. How does Ciara truly feel about Future? How does Ciara feel about Future? How does she feel about Future currently? How does she feel about Future? How does she feel about... I remember I was talking to someone. It might have been it was another woman. And she was saying like she feels like Ciara flaunts her relationship in Future face. I felt like that was crazy as hell. You cannot tell nobody to not love out loud because y'all didn't work out and you not over it. Do y'all agree with me in the comments? Or do y'all feel like the girl I was talking to, do you feel like Ciara be flaunting her relationship? I don't. Okay, let's see. I feel like that's something that a healed person would say. She feels like he's on drugs and alcohol. This is what she feels. She feels like he just doesn't want to be alone. And she don't believe that he really loves her. Because she like, the card came out like, why do you love me? It's like, yeah. I feel like she holds back a lot. And it's like, she feels like, this is the energy of Ciara. She feels like a sense of her wants to respond. So don't think Ciara doesn't want to respond. She wants to respond, but she's looking at her child. And it's like, I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's kind of eating her up inside. It's kind of eating her up inside. She feels like this is all substance induced. This is the thing. That's what she feels like. Okay, so how does she feel about the song coming out? How does she feel about the song? And we're going to talk about Russell. How does she feel about the song coming out? How does she feel about the song? Okay. How does she feel? Oh, Ciara's going to act. She feels like this was an attack on her marriage. And you're going to hear Ciara's going to act out. I wouldn't be surprised if she acts out via music. She kind of already, if you want to get into some tea, where my Ciara fans at? She kind of already responded to that first song he made when he put on the video. If you really go back and listen to Better Things, her response was, I'm not responding. Like, of course they always come around. I don't know, maybe because I'm a Ciara fan, I look at her like that. Because Ciara, she does sometimes, like, just like I Bet You, that song, she told him in the music video, and that's, I mean, in the song, what it was. I feel like that's Ciara's way, and I feel like she's going to do that even more. I wouldn't be surprised if we hear Ciara come out with a song. And you know what? Look at me. Look, sounding like a Ciara fan because I am. You guys know I love Ciara. When she comes out and say something, I want to hear from nobody saying she should be quiet. Because that man been speaking on her marriage for a while. Speaking of, let's get, how does Russell Wilson feel about, is that his name? How does Russell feel about Future constantly bringing him up? How does... Okay, so he's trying to keep his pride in check because he wants to say something. he wants to say something. He does feel like Future is stubborn. He wants to say something himself, but he's trying to battle his pride, which I can understand as a man, because it's like, why do you keep, you know what I'm saying, bringing it up? Like, yeah, but I do feel like, this is what I'm picking up. I feel like he's actually, like, they have a lot of other things they're focusing on. I definitely feel like, I don't know if they move recently or they're getting a new home. I see that, like, they're trying to focus on the success, and he's trying to not allow that to really bother him. Yeah. I do feel like he thinks about if he responds, how would it affect his family? Future, maybe that's something you need to think about. Let's get on that. How has Future's verbal quote unquote attacks, because Future is using his art to respond, but how has this affected their family dynamic? Because, you know, we do got baby Future. So let's ask Spirit, how has this affected co-parenting? How does this affect co-parenting? How has this affected co-parenting? I do feel like this is what I say. This does, if anything, I feel like Future just bringing them closer together. So I do want to say that. I don't know if his purpose is to try to drive a wedge. And what Spirit is saying is, I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to plant those seeds. I wouldn't be surprised if that. I keep seeing Future, like on an interview or something, planting some seeds about their marriage. So get ready for that. Russell, Ciara, look, y'all might need to do a freezer spell. Do you need to hit your girl up? Look, you need to hit me up. Look, hit me up now, okay? I charge you the regular price like I charge everybody else. I ain't gonna tax you. But no, seriously though, I do get there may be something surrounding him coming out and saying things. I do feel like this does affect their parenting. This does, because I do feel like whatever Future talks about at home, it does go back to their child. I do see that. And I do feel like Ciara be talking hella junk about him, which I don't blame her. But yeah, I feel like this does. I wouldn't be surprised, guys and goddesses, if we hear more about Future when it comes to Ciara and Russell. He's going to say a lot more. Let's see. What's going to happen next? What's going to happen? What's going to be the future? What's going to happen next? The future. He's not going to stop. He's really not going to stop. I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if Ciara, like, literally has to say something back in an interview. Because I don't know why I'm getting a sense they may not even really have contact like that, or minimum contact. But yeah, I do feel like that. I feel like this is, yeah, I feel like he's going to continue to go on the defense. Yeah, he's going to continue doing that. Yeah, he's going to continue. He's going to act like he doesn't see the critiques too. There's going to be a, yeah, there's going to be a little back and forth in a sense. I feel like, yeah. Okay, so what I feel like that's going to happen, this is what I feel like that's going to happen. He is going to take some more shots. He's going to even try to plant some seeds, right? And then what's going to happen is he's eventually going to move on. I do feel like Future is really in his feelings. I don't know if there's substances involved or whatever. But what I do feel like is, I feel like he's going to not like the reception he receives. It's not even just going to be from the backlash from the people. I feel like that's going to be the main thing, honestly. I feel like it's going to be mainly the backlash from the people. But I also feel like this does affect his relationship with his son. So I feel like eventually he's going to call a truce. You might hear him speak out after he says whatever he says. Like, oh, I'm not going to ever speak on them or whatever. That type of energy. So I definitely feel like I wouldn't be surprised if he has something more to say and then he decides to call a truce. Okay, and if you guys want to see my Ciara and Russell Wilson video, check out the video I did on them. If you guys want me to do an updated video, let me know. Let's get into how does Lori Harvey feel. Okay, how does Lori Harvey feel about the shots he took? He took shots at her and Des, I think. So how does Lori Harvey feel? How does Lori Harvey feel? How does Lori Harvey feel? It's like, Future, how did you let that, like, why are you getting upset about that young girl? Like, you the one who messed with a younger girl. She was hurt by it. I honestly feel like she doesn't understand why he's coming at her. She, put it this way, she does know, like, the way she treated him was wrong, but she doesn't feel like she deserves all of that. That's the energy I'm getting, because, I don't know, it's giving me the vibe of, like, they had some type of understanding. Let's see. Why did Future mention Lori? Why did he mention? I feel like it was more so like a money grab to add. He thought it was a dope line. I don't feel like Future really thinks about, like, even when he mentioned Des, I feel like he doesn't look at, and this is like, this kind of shows a little misogyny too, but he doesn't look at, like, those women, like him mentioning them, like their feelings. He feel like it's just, I don't know, I feel like he just, it's, I'm getting a sense of someone who may, and I could be wrong, suffers from a bit of narcissism, so people are kind of like objects kind of to him. That's the energy that I'm getting. Yeah, so let's see. I want to ask Spirit, so what's next for Future? Let's get into this. What's next for Future? What's next for Future? Well, the good thing is he's going to have some more success with his music. Future, you need to just stick to that, and yeah. If there is some substances issues, I feel like he's going to overcome it, or we may hear about that. He's going to be out with another one. He's going to be out with another, we're going to see him out with another female. Yeah. You know, I feel like Future Spirit guys is trying to call on him to really do some spiritual awakening, but I feel like he's too caught up. I'm not saying he's a narcissist, but he might, it's giving me the energy of someone who has some tendencies. They're saying, like, there's a lot of self-accountability that needs to be done. But yeah, I'm going to leave this reading here. Speaking of his love life, we're going to go ahead and talk about why he will always have problems in love. I'm going to do, we're going to talk about it in my Patreon. If you're interested in that, go ahead and click on and come through. Leave me some questions if you guys want me to do a part 2. I didn't really talk about his music, but I can. If you guys want me to, leave me some questions there. Also, leave me some questions for Ciara and Russell Wilson. I will be doing a part 2, and I'll leave the card there. Don't forget to take advantage of all the deals, guys and goddesses. And if you want to support me, it's my birthday month. Feel free to support the channel. Everything goes 100% back into the channel. Until then, all my guys and goddesses, thank you so much for checking out. See you in the next video. Peace. So when they feel like they showed you the softer side of them and you betray them, they already have a hard time letting things go. They hold on to things, but they could get in this cycle where they get once again, very vengeful. They live for revenge, and even to their detriment at times. But behind the scenes, don't think Ciara ain't responding or doing things behind the scenes, child. Because one thing about